Alrighty guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a video called Is Having a Boyfriend Embarrassing? Now this woman can be a little bit insufferable, but I think she makes some good talking points for me to go through today. Now before we get started guys, yes, I'm going to talk a little bit about what's going on with me on YouTube at the moment. So what has happened is the G-Man Speaks TV channel was in breach, or well, found to be in breach of community guidelines. I got pinged for a few things, bullying and harassment and unwanted sexualization and blah, 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 the list goes on. So I didn't really have any chance to make any remediations before they turned it all off. And because they've turned it off on that channel, they turn it off on all channels. So I will need to get monetization back on that channel before all my other channels can be monetized again. But however, in saying that, I'm not giving up. I'm very passionate about making videos for you guys. I know you guys like watching them as soon as I can make them, as many as I can make. I know you guys like watching them. So I'm going to do what I can to continue to be consistent on the platform here, because I know there's a lot of you guys out there who look forward to it every day. And I'll be really honest, guys, it's not all about the money for me. It never was. I've blown up far beyond what I ever thought would be possible for me. I never even thought I'd be monetized. I was just doing this because I enjoyed doing it. So I'm going to continue to do that, and hopefully in February when I'm up for reevaluation, we all pass and it's business as usual. So for those of you who do want to support the channel or me, and you do actually want to do that, you can go over to the locals community. It's $5 a month. You can go over and join that. $5 is the lowest I can put on there. I can't make it any less than that. That's literally the bottom threshold. And if you do want to support, you can check out the PayPal link in the video description and or pinned comment. But just continue to watch these here for free every day, or every second day, or every third day, whatever I can get around to now. But look forward for you all to continue to be here and continue the channel's growth. And hopefully, yeah, back in February, we're cooking with gas. All right, so without further ado, with that opening rant, let's go on for some more ranting.
A hard-hitting question of our generation: is having a boyfriend embarrassing? And to that, I say yes, no, maybe, yes. You know, I feel like choosing a man is like shopping at a Burlington after Christmas. I mean, there's hardly anything there at all, and the scraps that are left over are used, returned, and deeply broken. The internet has spun into a complete frenzy over this article. Some people saying this is absolute femcel behaviors, others arguing that this woman didn't go hard enough. So today we're breaking down this viral piece, and I'll be sharing some of my hot takes. But let's. So
I want to talk about double standards in society, because we're going to touch on that quite a bit today. Now, women can go and make just about whatever content they want on YouTube, TikTok, whatever platforms, and most of the time they're going to get away with it. You never see them getting taken down, demonetized for anything. So why is it okay that we have all these women on YouTube talking and spitting out misandry? So the video I made a couple of days ago with that other creator, I'm not going to say her name, but you guys will know the video. It's the one before this one, so go and check that out in my playlist. I know she's on for 20 minutes ranting on about how all men are ending people and are rapists and all that sort of thing, and all these disgusting things. If I was to go and say even a fraction of that, which I did, I would joke around about slurries and all this sort of thing. Finally, it caught up with me and just banned. Well, demonetized, which is as good as a ban. Interesting world we're living in, gents. But as I said, I'm going to keep going here.
Be honest, most of the men that y'all are dating are objectively humiliating. It's like literally humiliation ritual, except you're not getting inducted to the Illuminati after, you're just getting like, I don't know, chlamydia. And here's how I know this is true. I could call my best friend right now and I could say, remember Brad, Michael, Jeremy, Tom, and we'd both die laughing. She would probably get nauseous and say, please don't talk about that. Like, I know all of us think of our exes and go, please don't talk about it. So I'm very excited to unpack the viral Vogue article, Is Having a Boyfriend Embarrassing, by Shante Joseph. Go check her out. I'll have it linked in the description. Welcome to Tyler's Kitchen, the world's first anti-cooking show where I talk about my interests, which include but are not limited to feminism, pop culture, history, and random land. hilarious. A world where women's online identity is centered around the lives of their partners, a situation rarely seen reversed, except for, I'll remind y'all.
I don't know what they're talking about. So I think a lot of these women live in a inverse society where, what was the point there? I know I skimmed through because I don't really want to listen to her ramble on with her feminist rubbish. But what was she talking about? That women's lives center around men's social media presences. You got to be joking, don't you? It isn't just about every addictive person on social media, every narcissistic personality that you see with thirst traps, videos of holidays, photos of going out for expensive dinners, wearing cocktail dresses, sitting there with a little martini and a little pencil skirt, trying to look all sophisticated. It's all women doing that stuff. You go on a lot of women's Facebooks or Instagrams who have boyfriends, they're actually not showing them a lot of the time because they're still advertising to the wider market for a better option. I'm not saying that's all women, but a lot of people do that. I literally know people who don't have each other on their Facebook. They've got hundreds of photos, hundreds of videos, and whatever they got on there, sharing their lives all over their social media. No one would even know they had a boyfriend or girlfriend. Now, most of these people that I know are women who do this because they want to protect their privacy. However, they're showing themselves in bikinis and all sorts of stuff all the time. Anyway, I digress. I'm going to be a bit ranty today.
The wife guy, you get to a generation and then they always fuck it up though. Not the wife guy lore. I'm so delusional. I have it in my head that if I marry some guy, he'll be a wife guy, but he'll be the first successful wife guy. Cause why would you not be super excited about this? But I do get what she's saying here is the whole obsession with men has been the norm for, I don't know, eternity, and we're finally seeing the tides turn. No one wants to be the boyfriend girl at this point. I think we've all had the friend who suddenly gets a boyfriend and her whole life is now about him.
Can Connor come to girls' night? Oh, but if Connor comes, can we actually go to the Chinese place in town? Because he doesn't
I can't even handle this. You're going to get to the thing because these women, I swear to God, are not funny.
Great point right at the bat. Boyfriend land, gross. Shantae goes on to say, however, more recently there's been a pronounced shift in the way people showcase their relationships online. Far from fully hard launching romantic partners, straight women are opting for subtler signs, a hand on a steering wheel, clinking glasses at dinner, or the back of someone's head. Which, by the way, a lot of people started breaking down this article without reading it, and for the most part, this is what it's about. People were just using it as a jumping off point to get their own thoughts out. I will say, I think even Gen Z guys are subtle about a soft launch. I guess when
I want to talk about something here, right? Because women are trying to say women don't want boyfriends. They don't want their boyfriends to be seen as part of their lives. Let's flip this around. These are young women doing this. These are women who have all the options in the world. Now, they're not doing this when they're 40 years old or 45 years old, looking for their person, looking for the person that they think is going to be Mr. Perfect. No, they're out there complete opposite. I'd love to probably have some guy all over their profiles. These are young women doing it because they can, playing the field. And I've always talked about this, especially younger women, but even, I'll say women of all ages do it. I've seen it all, I've experienced it all. Women of all ages are on there, multi-dating, treating dating as a game because they get endless attention from men. But it's more specifically these younger women who are not in their commitment phase or era, whatever they want to call it these days. And they don't care because they want to, if things don't work out, they want a quick break. They don't want some guy all over their profile and they don't want to have to explain to people what went wrong because they're just multi-dating. They're going in and out of relationships as conveniently and as smoothly as possible. Women generally go from one to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next without much of a delay. If not, sometimes there's overlap. The old monkey branch is the term, I think they call it. But I want to talk about this. You got women then who get to 35 or 30 plus, and they start screeching online. All those hundreds of videos I made. Now on the J-Man Speaks TV channel, I made 700 videos by the way, but they've all been taken down. I can't have them on there. If I get one more breach on that channel, everything ends.
Everything is like commodified for attention and content.
But that's the point I was trying to make. The point I was trying to make was eventually the tides turn and they start screaming and wanting to speedrun guys into relationships, from the relationship phase into marriages, etc., kids and all that. They want to start showing the guy off. They want to get him front and center with their friends. She wants to meet his family and friends really quick. It's just interesting how it changes. But the good thing is that for those of you who are unplugged and you see the world for what it is, these women are exposing themselves for how they view men, which are as entertainment a lot of the time. A bit of entertainment that they could eventually see to the end of its useful life, I guess you could say, if you want to put it into accounting terms. And then impair that asset, which is you. That impairment means you got no more use and you're done. And there's no salvage value of you. You're done. Replacement.
Emotional exposure can be risky, but can I say, I just hate this whole private but not secret crap. It is so contrived and lame. Like, especially with people who aren't public figures. Come on. Why is everybody acting like they're a public figure? I think all of Gen Z is acting like they're celebrities. Guys, you're not famous and nobody cares. As far as public figures go though, I get it. This is a situation that even I find myself in. Like, you can keep your relationship private and then that puts you in a weird position because you're like low-key lying. But the second you reveal your boyfriend, then people start digging into your shit. Like, wow, she's not even cool. Wow, she looks less happy. Or like, I think Hallie Kate came out and made a video the other day where she was talking about how people have been dogging her for getting back with her boyfriend like over a year ago after he dumped her. Like, she can't escape criticism. I follow another influencer that people on purpose will flood her comments, bullying her for not breaking up with her boyfriend because they feel that he hasn't proposed to her soon enough. So as far as being a public figure goes, I totally get that. And then I think there's also the side where if you post your boyfriend, but then you delete your boyfriend because you got in a breakup, it's embarrassing. You are giving everybody in your circle the opportunity to CSI your newly broken heart. And if you don't admit that you've done this before, you're a liar. But we all know when somebody deletes their photos with their partner, my phone personally goes off like an Amber Alert. You see Jessica
That's what I mean. All they care about is how they're perceived by their social networks, not about the impact of ending a relationship and what impact that'll have on the guy. You gotta love it. It's all about me, me, me. Oh, if I go and do this, you're gonna have the paparazzi watching and everyone's gonna blow my phone up. They live in their own world as main character syndrome. I don't think really people care that much.
deleted her Instagram feed, and I honestly find delight in it. Okay, I'm a piece of shit. I'm part of the problem. Whatevs. I don't know. This is like another broader conversation that we should be happening, is that Gen Z has learned to like police and cancel each other like we're high security analyst experts, and that's obviously not at all healthy. Sociologists Gamma Filho and Hopkins in 2018 argue that this hypervisibility makes vulnerability online feel mortifying. In Gen Z's attention economy, being in love is basically posting your L. Okay, now I need salt, which again, normally I would measure.
Anyway, guys, I'm not going to keep this on to be too much of a long video. I'm going to have a bit more of a rant, and I'm not going to stretch it out, right? The thing I wanted to talk about more today was to give you guys an update on what's been going on. So let me give you a bit more, because I know you guys are curious about how it all works. So I guess I gave you a bit of an overview at the start of the video. Essentially what happens is there are policies that you need to be in line with on YouTube. Now, some people can skirt them for quite a while. I'm not going to say that I was innocent. I'm definitely not. Like, absolutely, I was swearing, carrying on, saying all sorts of stuff, right? A bit of comedy, joking around. But good old YouTube doesn't see it that way. I've clearly been reported, and I've had a human going through my videos and writing me emails saying, at 4 minutes and 15 seconds, you said this. At 8 minutes and 17 seconds, you said this. This is, sexual harassment, whatever you want to call it. And then they just turned it all off. So there's no way to really appeal it, because I know I'm in breach. So I've just got to be a good boy. And on that channel over there, I'll probably have to clean it up a little bit. I'll still try and make the same content. The videos that they've gone for They weren't the videos that were long form like this. They were the TikTok videos. So I think they're cracking down on all that sort of stuff, commenting on women's TikToks and making fun of them and stuff like that. I'm not sure if any other channels have had that, but it certainly was a theme. Even on this channel, I had a few of them. I've deleted them off because I just don't want this channel to get any black marks on them. But I had a few warnings and a couple of videos taken down here. Those were the TikTok ones where I was laughing and just carrying on a bit and having a bit of fun with you guys. We can't have fun anymore. Men can't be men. We can't say boys things. We can't have a men's space. It's got to be shut down by someone with a bullnose ring and fourth grade. Tattoos drawn on like a 4-year-old has drawn them on their arm. But hang on, we can have all this rubbish videos like this and countless other ones that I've covered over the years. Anyway, I don't really care too much about hearing what she has to say, guys. Once again, if you do want to support the channel, you can do that by joining the locals. So locals will be a new community that I'm going to build there. All my videos are going to go up there. So in case I'm taken down here again, or I'm getting, demonetized and all this sort of thing, I won't lose any videos going forward. And I want to have everything up there. So the more people I have join and follow over there, the more functionality that locals gives me. So at the moment, I can't upload too many videos because I have a size limitation of 5 gigabytes a month. Now that's not much. That's 8 videos or something, if not less. And I make a lot more than that generally. So go over there, follow. If you want to support. It's much appreciated. That'll open up more of the functionality for me so I can run a full-blown community over there. The good thing about locals as well, which is great, is you guys can post on there. You can post on there. I've given you full permissions. You can share what you want. You can talk to each other. You do all that sort of stuff. Patreon is a little bit harder to do that. You had to go in the chat and not many people used it. And also Patreon. So for those of you who are curious, yes, my Patreon was shut down. I just got an email out of the blue saying that the Patreon was shut down due to bullying. Once again, it was bullying or something like that, comments. And they're keeping the money, more or less. So I had a bunch of money that I hadn't checked out. Not a bunch, but a little bit, because I had a fair few supporters over there. And hopefully they gave it back to you. Go and check your bank, because I would presume if I didn't get it, they've refunded it to you. Otherwise, they're stealing. So I'd go and check that out, guys. Because I didn't cash out money for months. I was just leaving it there, All right. Thanks again, guys. And we'll get through it. It's going to be a bigger and better 2026. I'm going to keep this channel going. We're going to keep the engagement up. I appreciate all you guys. You can share it with your friends and your network. Get me out there. Watch my videos, like them, comment, all that sort of stuff. Let's stick it right up them. All right. Let's make this a bigger and better channel over time. Thanks once again. I'll see you in the next one.